Hi guys, welcome back to the course. So today I want to talk to you a little bit about ad extensions and what they are and how they work. So Google has multiple different ad extensions available that you can use, and how it works is it basically extends your ad with additional information about your business. Now, it's really important that you use your ad extensions where possible, because it's basically giving a searcher or a potential customer another reason to click your ad. So how they work is basically Google will choose the best ad extension based on a number of factors, but predominantly to get the best kind of response out of the user at that time. So because it's kind of in Google's control, it's probably best for you to use all of the ad extensions that are relevant to your business to make sure that you're getting the very most out of your Google Ads activity. So there is obviously a little bit of manual setup behind getting your ad extensions created and added to your account. You can apply ad extensions at multiple different levels within the account. So you can have account level ad extensions, you can have campaign level ad extensions, and you can have ad group level ad extensions. Just because you've got ad extensions in your Google Ads account, it doesn't guarantee that they will actually appear. So extensions basically appear with the ad when the extension is predicted to improve the overall performance of the ad, and when your ad's position and ad rank is basically high enough for Google to warrant extensions appearing. So let's have a little look at all the individual ad extensions available across Google Ads and how to set them up. Hey guys, so before we dive into the screen share, I just want to quickly talk to you about all the different ad extensions that are actually available to you within Google Ads. So of course, not every single ad extension is going to be relevant for every single business, but it is important that you try to include all the ad extensions that are actually relevant to you and your business. So basically, it's best practice to try and have at least 4 ad extensions across your account, and this may be a combination of your site links, call outs, structured snippets, and location, for example. I'll go through all of these in detail, of course, a little bit down the line, but yeah, try and include as many as possible across your account, and you can apply them at different levels on the account where relevant. You can apply your ad extensions at an account level, which means it'll show across every single campaign in your account, which can kind of save a little bit of time for you if you've got some kind of top level information about the business that's relevant for any search that a user does about your business. So the different type of extensions available are, you have location extensions. So this basically is designed to encourage people to visit your business, your store. So it shows a kind of your location, it shows a call button, and basically a link to your overall business information. You've got affiliate extensions, and this basically helps people to find retail chain stores that will sell your products. So obviously if your products are within a retail store, this is a good opportunity for you to promote that. Then you've got call out extensions. So these are basically designed to give additional information about your business. So it might be things like you are open 24/7. So 24/7, it might be that you offer free delivery. So anything that you feel is a really good kind of USP for your business is great to include as part of your call out extensions. Then we've got Sitelink extensions. So site links are probably the main one that you will have potentially heard of. Most people, when they think about ad extensions, automatically go to a Sitelink extension. And a Sitelink extension is actually a really beneficial ad extension because it is clickable to different pages within your website. So Sitelinks are basically designed to offer the user an alternative journey to what the top level ads go and do. So for example, if someone was doing a search for women's shoes, just a generic women's shoe search, you might have an ad that talks about women's shoes, and then underneath you might have bestsellers, you might have red women's shoes, you might have work shoes, for example. So it gives the customer a little bit more information about exactly what you sell in potentially kind of captures exactly what they're looking for if they've had more of a broader search term, for example. Then you've got what's known as a structured snippet, and this basically showcases information about your business that potential customers are going to find really valuable. So how you set these up is through what Google has within the account, which I'll show you in the screen share, is basically like a predefined header where you can choose if it's a product or if it's a service, for example, and then you can list those individual areas under the structured snippets. Then you've got what's known as price extensions. So price extensions are kind of a good way to promote your products with a kind of a price related message. It's probably best to use price extensions when you've got something that is, you know, very competitive, and showcasing the price off with an extension is going to give you kind of a little bit more of an edge in the landscape and give people another reason to click on your ads. So it basically just shows off your products or services with their individual prices, and there's different attributes that you can assign to price extensions. So you've got options to do like a from price or a fixed price, etc., and a kind of a description that goes alongside with it. So we'll have a look at those in more detail in a moment. Next up we have app extensions. So basically an app extension is designed to encourage a potential customer to download your app, and all of the apps are obviously kind of available globally with the Google Ads activity, and it's for Android and iOS devices. So the very last ad extension that we're going to cover off today is what's known as lead form extensions, and these are really useful for lead generation based campaigns. It's basically designed to get people to fill in information, sign up from your ad. So the lead forms are available globally across both mobile devices and tablets. So it's definitely something worth testing if your main campaign goal is to drive overall lead generation. So that's all of the ad extensions that we're going to cover off. I'll go into detail into the screen share now, so let's dive in and take a look. So we're going to do a little bit of a deep dive into ad extensions. So just to recap, obviously, basically Google's ad extensions are extended information on your ads, which give your potential customers more reasons to click. So they're definitely really vital and useful part of the Google Ads account. So it's good to get to grips with them, and as mentioned before, try to utilize as many ad extensions that are relevant to your business across your account. So just a note before we start, ad extensions, there's no added cost to you to add extensions to your campaign. So clicks on your ad, including your ad extensions, will be charged as usual. But the exception is clicks on what's known as seller ratings. They aren't charged for, and also you are charged if someone clicks on a call extension or a download for your app extension. And then obviously site links go through to your website as well. So just a note there to be mindful of. So let's dive in and begin looking at the overall ad extensions, where to find them and how to set them up. So if you log into your Google Ads account, if you navigate to the grey sidebar here, you'll see a section for ads and extensions. So if you can click into that, the first area it'll automatically break down into is ads. So just underneath here, you've got the extensions options. And you might get some pop-ups as well if this is a new account. So you can go through this kind of breakdown of what Google shows you, bits and pieces, but we can skip through that and leave the guide for now. So as you can see, I've got kind of a location one started here. Just ignore that for now. There's automated extensions as well, which we'll cover in a separate session, but we're going to look at ad extensions that we're applying manually today. So to add a new ad extension, it's really simple. You just click the plus button and then you see this massive list of ad extensions available to you. Sometimes you'll see this little beta sign. This is anyone who doesn't know what a beta is, it's basically something that Google are testing. It might not be available to all accounts as of yet, but just to be mindful of there. So I'm going to go through and show you how to set up a Sitelink extension to begin with. So click on Sitelink extension. You'll come to this new window and you'll get previews on the right hand side, which basically give you a breakdown of how it's going to look. So this is a mobile version. So this is where your ad will show, and these are the 4 additional site links that will be available to show with it. Desktop view, again, this will be your main ad, and then you'll have your 4 site links available. And then you've got a YouTube mobile view as well, which basically, sorry if the screen's not scrolling very well there, but basically you've got your Sitelink extensions available here as well. So let's jump in and start creating. So like I talked about at the very beginning, on the intro to site links, you can apply them at different levels within the account. So at the beginning you've got this add to section, so it's automatically set to account level, but you can drop down and add it to either a campaign or an ad group level. So usually how it works is you will add site links at an account level if the information that you are providing is relevant for any search that's done across the keywords that you're bidding on within your account. When you break it down into campaign and ad group level, it's going to be to add additional information that's surrounded for that specific campaign or ad group. So for this example, we're going to do account level just to make it really easy. And you've got the create new or use existing option. So use existing option will show when you have created site links previously. You can then go in and add a site link to other campaigns, etc. So after today, once you've created new site links, if you were then to go into a campaign later down the line, you can come in here and apply a site link to that campaign by clicking the use existing option. So today we're going to click the create new, and then you're just going to pop in your text that is relevant to your information that you want to provide. So you've got the site link text, which is technically similar to the headline of your ad. So I'm just going to call this is my site link. And then you're going to, can't type. And then you're going to create, so just to be mindful here, this isn't required. The descriptions aren't required for site links. But what you'll say is obviously the more information that you put in, the better it's going to be for your business. So I want to give customers lots of info. Yeah, now it's gone red. So the reason for that is because your character limit is 35. So you have to make sure you stay within those, and it can be really frustrating sometimes, obviously, if you've got a perfect sentence that you want to promote as part of this ad extension and it's just 1 or 2 characters over. Is a little bit frustrating, but you'll get used to it and you'll come to add in what works for you as a business. So I'll just change that and put I want to give customers info instead of lots of info. Find out more online. Yeah. So what you'll see hopefully on the preview, it's not showing it at the moment, but when you do a live search, you'll have potentially the description shown underneath the headline. So I'm just going to do a quick search for see if I can get a site link to trigger for you. Just bear with me one moment. So here's a search I've just done for Nike trainers. If you can see that. And here's the example of the site links. So they've got women's footwear, kids clothing, men's footwear, clearance event. And this is the description part that they've put out in. So this refers to this part that we're entering here now. So if this information wasn't here, all you'd see is the headlines, which is still, it's still good to have, and it gives you that little bit extra prominence on the Google search space. But it's definitely more beneficial to add in description information to your site links. And then within your site links, you need to also include a final URL. So this is where you want to direct people if they were to click on the site link rather than the ad headline. So what you need to do is try and create an individual site links with individual landing pages. So you'll see, for example, on the Nike trainers, we've got, if we click into these, so we've got women's footwear, kids clothing, men's footwear, and the clearance file. So go crazy and get in as many as you can in there as possible. So it's recommended that you add 4 site links because there's 4 that can show, but you can actually add additional site links, and what Google will do is they will rotate these and kind of show the best performing, the ones that are the most relevant to the search at the time. So feel free to add, as many site links as you like, within reason, and then Google will mix and match them for you. So once you're done creating all of your Sitelink extensions, you'll just go through and click the save option, and that will save it to your account. So I'm just going to cancel this because for the demo. But once you go ahead, it'll be saved there for you, and it'll show within the preview option as well. You can click this button here and it'll get rid of any previews, but it's best to have them, I think, just to give you a little bit more insight into exactly what you've got on the account. Okay, so next let's jump into call out extensions. So again, they can be applied to any level within your account, so account, campaign, or ad group. It's important to note that call outs are not clickable information, so that means they just display as additional information underneath your ad, but don't link anywhere to your website. The customer would have to click on the ad to go through. So call out extensions are designed to give more information about your business, mainly kind of your USPs. So typical examples will be like 24/7 customer service, free delivery, etc. So go ahead and get kind of creative with this. Think about, the main things that you want to shout about for your business, and get those added to your account as call outs, and they again will appear with your ads. Again, it's kind of Google's algorithm that takes control here and determines which site links show and when. So it's best to have them on just so you do have that option, and then you can save those. It'll give you, and here's an example of what that's going to look like then. Then if we look at structured snippets, so this is where you actually have quite a few options in terms of the header type. So again, you can add it to account, campaign, ad group level. You do have the option to use existing if you had them already. And you can choose your header to be in whichever language it is that your account is running in. So in my case, it's in English. And then you can select your header type. So it might be that you offer different brands. You might do courses. Types is quite a common one that tends to get used. You've got models, which might be like models of cooker or car and things like that. So or destination. So if you're a holiday brand, for example, it gives you, as you can see, examples of what you could put here. So it'd be Paris, Berlin, London could be some of the areas that you offer as a service. So you might fly to Paris, Berlin, London, etc. And we're doing another one. So you've got models here. So it's got car makes, as you can see. So Paris isn't one, but Corolla is, Prius, Yaris, etc. So you can just go through and kind of pop in whatever's relevant to your business and add those in. So it recommends 3, but again, you've got the opportunity to add in additional structured snippets, and Google will mix and match to show the best possible combination. And then we move into call extensions. So call extensions are designed to get people to call your business. It's really good if, especially if you're kind of a lead gen style of business and your main goal for the campaign is to get people to ring up to find out more information or to book or to whatever it is that you do as a business. So again, can be added at account, campaign, and ad group level. So you need to make sure that you pop in the correct country that your number is registered to, and then pop in the phone number that is relevant to your business. There's an option here about call reporting as well. So this basically tracks through Google when the call were made, if they were received, and what the duration of the call was. So it's actually really useful information to have within your account, and we'll cover this in conversions in a little bit more detail. But call ads, basically, you can kind of choose the length of the call, which is classed as a conversion. So at the minute we've got use call account settings, call from ads, etc. So what we'll do is I'll show you in just a second how to change the length of calls from ads so that it kind of warrants being a conversion. So what I mean by that is if someone was to click this button and call your business and the call only lasted 10 seconds, it's probably likely that that wasn't a valuable call for the business and wasn't what would be classed as a lead for the business. So you probably don't want to class that under your conversion column. So instead, what you can do is if they set it to, for example, a minute, you may feel that any call that lasts longer than a minute is obviously something that was a discussion that is relevant to your business and then therefore warrants being classed as a conversion within Google Ads. So once you've added this information on, you can click save. I'm just going to cancel in this scenario, and I'm just going to quickly pop into the conversion section to show you this. So this one's locked because it's a smart campaign, but what I'm going to show you is just quickly how to set this up. So you've got phone calls, and then you've got calls from ads using call extensions or call only ads. So that would be the call extensions example that we were just discussing. So we can continue through here. Call from site ad extension, we'll call it as an example. You don't have to assign a value to a call. You can count how many conversions were created from them. So you can have every, which is recommended based on purchases, and you have one record on lead. So it's going to be 1 in this scenario. So this is where you determine the length of the call to count as a conversion. It's automatically set to 60 seconds. But if you feel that 60 seconds is too long or too short, you can change it. So you might want it to be at least 120 seconds, so 2 minutes. Or you might think that actually, if I'm on the phone for 30 seconds, then that's relevant enough to my business. And then you can create and continue. And then it'll give you basically this kind of notification. You set up calls from ad extensions, done. And then we can just drop back into our ad extensions. And there should now actually be another drop down that I created, which is this one, call from ad extension. Can you see that? So that's now the one that I've changed to be 15 seconds or 120 seconds, whatever you want it to be, to track. And you can apply that to the call extension that you want to create. And then now we'll jump into price extensions. So I'm not going to go into all of these today. I'm going to show you the key ones. So we've got Sitelink, call out, structure, and call. And then I'm just going to show you price extensions. And then most of the other ones are going to be based on kind of your own individual business and won't be relevant to all businesses. So price extensions, although, you know, some companies don't want to promote price across the ads, that's absolutely fine, but price extensions is still usually relevant to all situations. You're going to have a price for the service or the product that you offer. So price extensions, again, account, campaign, or ad group level, and you've got options to choose your language. You can choose your type, so whether it's a brand, whether it's a location, services, etc. So product categories, so on and so forth. We'll put in the service, for example. And then your currency is going to be whatever currency is relevant for your business. In my case, it'd be Great British Pounds. And then you can have a qualifier for your price extension. So basically what this means is you can do a from price, you can do an up to price, and you can do an average. Or you can do no qualifier at all. So it is just a fixed price. So the no qualifier, this is an example of what it looks like to the right here. For the service, mine might be PPC training. And the price is, let's just put £50. So you can see here exactly what that's going to look like, and then you can have a little description here. Now the character limit is quite short, so it's only 25 for this, so you need to kind of try and add in something that's kind of key about this service that you're offering to give it a bit of a shout out. So just add in whatever information that you feel is relevant to your business. So I might just pop in Google and Bing, for example. There you go. So PPC training, £50, Google and Bing. There's an example. And then you'll pop the final URL in to land on the page that's most relevant to this specific service that you're offering or product that you're offering, whatever it is, and direct the customer to that page of your website. And then as you fill them in, so you can click, so you pop in the URL, add another price extension, so you can click the edit button and just pop in test 100, and there you go. You can see it's starting to build here, and that's what it's going to look like for you. So that's the mobile view, and this is the desktop view. So it's recommended that you have probably 3 price extensions, but again, 3 or 4 price extensions, but again, you can add additional ones, and Google will kind of rotate them for you. And then you just go ahead and save, and then that is applied to your account. Now, just a note for all extensions, obviously, if you are creating them at account level, it's fine, it'll just be account level. But if you drop down and click campaign, it's going to ask you which campaign that you want to apply it to. So it gives you the opportunity to choose the campaign that's relevant for this specific extension. Right, so we are all done with site links for today. I hope you found that really useful, and I hope you have a lot of additional information that you can shout out about for your business. Keep learning, guys.